That one this time, but,
well, yeah, well, I mean, last time I was back, what, it was January?
yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. It's like
Tell me 2 in one night. It's what you do.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
four fights in the 7 months.
It hasn't even been a year since Misfit started in August. We've already done some incredible events.
I remember the home video on Sunday to go.
Yeah, man, it was wild. But yeah, you know, today it was a tough test. You know, me against Joe Fournier. You know, he had the experience on me, and you know, as soon as I hit him with a couple shots, I just knew, like, he gave me the eyes. He was like, oh wow. So at that point, he was very standoffish, and that's where I was able to really just close him down and shorten the distance. And then the second round, I came through with that overhand, the shot that he said I wouldn't be able to land on him. Came through with it, and then from then on, he was like trying to grab me for dear life, trying to just hold me, just trying to figure out where he was, and then from then on, it was here, right, boom, and that was it.
You've obviously had some, anyone against the ring, as I said before, your opponents before, obviously valiant opponents, and no disrespect to Pineda, you know, it's a different sort of a pro boxer, let's say. Tonight was your first opponent that was a proper professional boxer.
Proper test.
So did you notice that when you were trying to find that range with the in and out, did you find it? I mean, it obviously didn't take too long, but was it different? What was different about the?
Well, I just realized he didn't let me do what I wanted to do, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to try a different plan. So yeah, I think you might have seen me do a few switch steps, and also just try to like do a few doubles. I don't. This probably means nothing to you, but like in my head, like just to cross over my legs, just go into southpaw and try some stuff, and then yeah. You know, I went back to the basics, just the overhand, and it was just there, it was open. He just left his head there for that massive shot, and then that just fully rocked him. And at that point, he was just trying to survive. He was in survival mode, and yeah, that's all she wrote.
And tell me something, I've done, promoted in Wembley Arena for probably about 20 years, and I've never seen a main event warm up. True, we only called them loading bay.
Yeah.
Was that a preparation for what was to come later in the evening, or what were you actually? What was the workout?
The funny thing is, so I was telling Alexis. I
thought it was looking like it.
I was telling Alexis, well, we've never done this before, and he was like, yeah, we did in the last fight. I was like, no, we definitely didn't. But then I was like, all right, well, we started doing it. Bro, everyone started showing up with the cameras. Following me. But yeah, we, you know, warm-ups are very
first time I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, yeah, man, I did my thing. I felt fresh, I felt alive, I felt ready, man. And, you know, even with the 1-2 shots that he hit me with, I just ate them. And I was like, yeah, bro, this guy can't do anything to me. Because I just know how hard I train, you know, in camp, how, you know, the people I spar with, you know, it's at such a high level, so. Yeah, for me, I just know whenever I touch you, you're going to sleep.
We obviously saw, I mean, there's lots of interesting fights out there, but clearly we're a visitor here tonight.
Yeah. Tommy Fury.
An interesting
Yeah, man. I won that fight, bro. I won that fight. And I already know, bro, I already know people are going to doubt me, being like, you have no chance, there's no way. And I'm like, try me, fam. Put me in the ring. Everyone's saying, no, you've got power, this, blah, 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 blah. And then I show people me knocking them out, you know, beating them constantly. And then you're like, oh, he's not that good, oh, he's not that good. And then when I go in and beat the people that you didn't think I'll beat, then what?
So we close Tommy next.
I want Tommy, bro. Give me Tommy, man.
We get that done. Right, you're next. We go to the floor.
JJ.
Wait, go one at a time, please. Radio Rocky. We saw you reviewing the knockout shot when you sat down. Fournier has called that an illegal shot. He's even gone so far to say that it was an intentionally illegal shot. What's your response to that?
Well, I hit him with an overhand. He came through, trying to survive, right to the body. He was trying to grab hold of me, and then I gave him a right hook.
Did you feel anything on the elbow? Is there any?
Honestly, it was so fast, I didn't even think that I hit him with that.
If you look back at it, sorry, just to jump in, but I've had these situations a few times before in boxing. He throws the first flurry of punches. Fournier steps back clearly with those of rock there. He comes in, and yes, there's a right hand that goes over. You can see the best shot is if you look behind the head. You see when the fist goes past the chin, the head moves. So the movement has been caused initially by the punch. Yes, there's a follow through. You can see it's not an elbow, actually it's more of a forearm that comes across it. That happens in big fights. I've had it happen early this year with Liam Smith and Chris Eubank Jr. It happens in flurries of punches. You know, it's not intentional. It's absolutely not intentional. It's nothing that's going to change the decision at times. It's something that happens in boxing, but it's not. There's no way in hell that he throws that. You'd be a boxing genius if you managed to pull the elbow. It doesn't happen like that.
Why would I want illegally hit him? It just makes no sense.
Tommy Fury, after a knockout like that, he still says that Jake Paul is better than you, that you'll be an easy fight, and he'll chin you in the way that he couldn't.
Put me in the ring. Well, the amount of times Jake Paul hit with an overhand, and bro, like, Tommy just ain't it. Jake Paul ain't got power like me, bro. I'm different.
Are you approaching fighting differently? Like the first round looked a little unorthodox, awkward angles. Was that an intentional approach to the fight?
Yeah. That's, like, this is what we've all worked on. And basically, with me, I'm just an awkward guy. It's hard to find someone that spars like me, because if I'm just like traditional, jab, right hand, yeah, you can get several guys like that. Whereas with me, I like to just switch it up, be different, be all over the place. And it works. I still win every time I get wins.
JJ, we spoke just before on the Thursday after the press conference how special it was to be on the same card again as your brother Deji. I mean, how special is it now?
Oh,
not only you won, but Deji won as well.
Yeah. I mean, look, Deji, I always said he can be one of the best in the scene, and he just keeps smashing it, man. Like, he just looks so comfortable, and the shot selection was phenomenal. He was just, the footwork was nice. Yeah, bro, he was just catching swarms, and swarms just didn't know what to do with it.
And do you feel like the more fights you have, the more pressure you've got on your shoulders, but you're a man that likes fighting under these pressure moments?
For me, I love the pressure, and I bring it onto myself. Well, look how I talk online, especially. People always saying I'm like an anime character when I speak and all this and that. And I think I'm the villain. Bro, I do it on purpose because I want all the pressure. I want people to want me to fail, and then when I keep proving them wrong, I just get to laugh in their face. And it feels great.
And the one thing I didn't see, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said in the presser that you were going to dance on him once you won. I didn't quite see that.
I did a little dancing. I did a little, but no, I wanted to just be respectful. And look, he got into the ring, and any man that gets into the ring deserves respect. And I went over to him. I said, I'm lucky, and then we moved on.
JJ, I'm not sure if you saw earlier on the night, but Tommy Fury and Idris Virgo got into a bit of a brawl.
I didn't see this.
Well, after this, have a watch of it. I don't know what brought upon that, but if he got physical with you at a presser, do you see yourself retaliating a similar thing happening?
What, in terms of me and Tommy?
Yeah. I don't know who started it, but say...
I mean, did you not see what happened in the ring, brother?
No, we're not talking, I'm talking outside the ring.
Yeah, I'll slap him. Yeah, a quick slap.
Do you think, is there a genuine dislike from your part towards...
I think for me, I just, like, my hatred is towards people who think that they're better than me in this influencer boxing scene.
When you sized him up face to face, eye to eye for the first time, what did you see when you looked in his eyes?
Yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah, it reminded me of Logan Paul, who was also a big guy. But I have no fear, man. I always take risks. My whole life, it's just been risk upon risk upon risk. and I reap the rewards because of it. So,
JJ, congratulations on your victory.
thank you.
Looked good performance, but I have to go back to that situation of the knockdown because on social media it's popping up everywhere. There's angles of the knockdown. In my opinion, if I'm completely honest, it does look like the elbow landed before the punch. But I just wanted to say Joe Fournier did walk past. I think he wanted to say to you that you didn't win cleanly. I didn't hear it correctly. Guy Calais Mams as well. If Joe wants to, go to the commission and have a word with that, is there going to be anything done about that? Or?
Right, let me just quickly take that. You're a boxing reporter, or what's your background?
Yes, I'm a boxing reporter, influencer.
I've never seen you at a boxing press conference before.
You have, because I was promoting
So
my
let me
family.
ask you a question. What angles you seen?
I can show you right now.
Yeah, you can show me afterwards, but
No
let me,
problem.
we've answered the question on it.
I'm asking
There's,
if
there's
Joe...
one angle, I'll give it to you totally right. One angle looks like a straight elbow, absolutely. But there's also the key angle. If you look at behind the head, that's the angle that you look at the commission. That's the angle where you see which part, when the head moves. If the head moves, then clearly there's impact. We agreed on that? So look at the angle from behind the head. So thank you for the question. That's more a question to Joe Fournier if he wants to put in the protest. I've heard they're going to. If they do, brilliant. That's down to the commission. But we'll just talk about the results tonight in the future, please.
A final question for me though is also you walked out with Bugsy Malone. Big entrance. You did speak about how you're going to make it a flashy entrance.
Yeah.
Just talk to me about that. That was big for the UK.
Well, yeah, I mean, it made sense obviously with the whole boxing link up. It'd be sick to have him in the ring, get him in fighting, especially on Misfits. But yeah, man, it just made sense. He came through with a verse, killed it, and I was like, yeah, bro, want me out, man. Let's make history tonight.
JJ, I know you're focused on Tommy Fury. You made your WrestleMania debut,
Yeah.
and then you've gone against Joe Fournier. Can we expect to see more WWE appearances now that you've made your debut?
Probably not. I mean, I don't know how many bumps I can take, especially like that, bro. I don't know if I can take Logan Paul jumping from 10 feet onto me.
How did it feel to take that bump from Logan Paul?
It winded me. yeah, that's why I didn't move for a while when I was down there. But yeah, I fully enjoyed the experience, but I will leave it to the professionals for sure.
And what's with Logan Paul returning to boxing? Is there any updates on that? Because he's had an extension from his WWE contract. Is he coming back into the boxing fold? And what's the updates on that?
Watch this space. We'll see.
JJ, I'm back here. You've got an August 26th date in London, I think at the O2. Is that the date you would ideally like for the Tommy Fury fight?
You're very well informed, sir. I'd like to know your contact with the O2. That's interesting.
Well, but there's a London date announced. I'm just
It's a London date, yeah. There's a London date. We've got one in September and we've got one in October. We don't actually have one in August, I don't believe. So
August
you're
26th
close.
on the
You're
timetable.
close. You're close. It would be the anniversary of 001, actually.
Yeah.
It would be nice, but no, there's an early September and there's one just a little bit later. As I said, we haven't made a deal with Fury yet. We'll sit down, do the business side of things, and we get fights done.
JJ, I assume that's the time frame you would like, right?
I mean, I'm ready whenever. I'm ready whenever. Yeah, I just let these guys do what they need to do. Obviously, it's a lot of logistics, but
And
yeah.
did you catch? I'm sure you didn't, but your best friend Jake shot a little tweet out saying
Right.
he hopes it's a disqualification or no contest.
I didn't see none. Is that with the... okay. Well, I mean, I need to probably see it because I felt like I hit him with the right.
Of course he's gonna. Duck Paul is gonna start talking. That's that's just his style. He likes to hate on JJ every chance he gets, especially now that he's got an Ellen in that column. He's taking a big loss. He wants JJ.
It don't hit the same anymore, man. With Jake.
I think we've moved on from Duck Paul. He's ducked too hard. Go for Tommy, and then see what's next after that.
JJ,
I'm JJ.
That's what.
You're killing it with the boxing scene. You're killing it with the music and everything. You say you never take L's. I don't know if you've seen Gideon's hairline surgery, but do you think that will be next on your to-do list?
You know what? After seeing Gideon's transformation and seeing the amount of love he's been getting, it was tempting. But I think maybe after my boxing career is over, I'll consider it. But right now, I feel like it helps, shine off all the shots to the head. Yeah.
Blinds the opponent.
With the hairline, they're able to catch my head a bit more. Yeah.
It's like
Thank
a
you for that.
force field against the hate as well.
Yeah. What?
It bounces off.
Oh, good.
Soul Poppy is probably the second most popular Misfits boxer. Obviously, he took his first loss tonight. What are your thoughts on that? You get an opportunity to speak with him.
Yeah, I mean, Andy Taylor just did his thing, man. The tactics were perfect with Andy Taylor. I think with Salt Abbey should have asked for more rounds, man.
He should have.
Yeah, like the 3 rounds fucked him up. Like it didn't help. Like with Salt Abbey, he's a patient guy and he was working. Yeah, he was working counters. Yeah, so I didn't really understand the logic behind it, but yeah, fair play to Andy Taylor.
You think it warrants a rematch? We might see that on the next card.
Yeah, you never know. I think definitely with more rounds. Definitely not 3 rounds. 10 rounds, yeah.
We'll have Poppy come back and fight. Listen, it's his first loss. He's a young fighter.
Yeah.
Anthony Taylor, for him, that opened a lot of doors as well.